Hello, long time no see, YouTube. I'm on a piano back in my house, and I was fooling around with it, and I thought, oh, this is something that I need to work on. And so, most likely, just like the principle of if you have a question, probably other people do as well, have the same question. Same principle where if I need to work on something, probably some of you do as well. So I thought I'd teach it to you. Okay, so I have this issue. And that issue is that if I start playing a melody, a certain rhythm with my right hand or left hand, let's say this melody right here, like simple 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like a waltz style, okay? Well, on my bass hand, my left hand, I can begin to play along to it, maybe with a chord, a simple chord, like it's very simple, okay? But as soon as I start to begin to try to make it more complicated, as soon as I try to sound like Bach with a counterpoint, whether it be like, I can't do the example because I can't do it. The point is that I have trouble creating two different rhythms with my two hands, two separate rhythms, from one for my left and one for my right. So, for example, to do this rhythm, like, I can do that on my one left hand, and then this rhythm on my right, let's say like, that's great. I can do either one in their own separate times. But if I try to combine the two, and I can't do it because I have issues with my brain. One second. Bye, Mom! I I have issues with whatever it is, my brain, my reflexes, my how the nerves transmit, or ever how the brain works in this sense. I have issues creating two different rhythms at the same time. And it just comes out like if I try doing like I can't even do it. So how do we fix this? How do we get better at teaching our brain how to multitask? So, because essentially that's what it is. Because I want to be able to play complex rhythms and not just do like not just basic chords. I want to go beyond that. So how do we do that? Okay. So a drill that I came up with is simple in nature, in explaining it, but it is actually decently hard. Okay. So I'm going to my left hand, I'm going to have an E major shape, E major, E, G sharp, B, and on the right hand, on the top hand, I'm also going to be in with my thumb in my right hand on that E major high. So both are in that E major shape. Okay, so my one bass hand are going to play uh, E major in triplets, like an arpeggiated E major chord in triplets. So 1, 2, 3, and ascending. So going up, we're going E, G sharp, B, E, G sharp, B, E, G sharp, B, E, G sharp, B. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And you can do this very slow. Start slow, okay? And then at the same time, we are going to play with the right hand. We're going to go a descending scale of B, B, G sharp, F, E. Okay? You may notice that there's 4 notes in there instead of 3. So this is how we're going to do, okay? Every time I play one note on the left hand, I'm going to play 2 on the right hand. In other words, my left hand will play quarter notes, while my right hand will play eighth notes. So it'll be like this. So. I'm messing up because this is the whole point of the drill. It is very hard to do that if you are not able to multitask, because your one hand is playing triplets while your other hand are playing eighth notes in quadruple rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, in relation to the left hand, the triplets, you can make it sound like triplets, like 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But there's a repeating pattern of 4 notes. So your mind is telling you, no, this is a pattern of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Your mind wants it to be 4, just like your mind wants this to be 3. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that when you combine them, it's very difficult. So this is a challenge, okay? So really slow it down. So you're going to start on the E on the left hand, the bass hand, and the B on the right hand. So then it's going to be... And this is not meant to sound good. This is not meant to be a good melody. It is just meant to get you practicing your separation of rhythms, okay? And I can't even do it fast yet, but if I tried... I just messed up after 5 seconds. So I gotta keep practicing. And you can do, so this principle, you can apply this principle to any chord, and you can even change the rhythm if you want. Essentially what you're practicing is separation of rhythms. And so just repeat that, do it slowly. If I'm going to move down to D, I can do that same thing where it's just like, so. Okay, and yes, and make it more complex when you get better. And yeah, I hope this helps. It's very necessary to learn this if you're going to play any sort of complex piano music, not just classical. I mean, of course, jazz is off the charts with this stuff, harder than classical for the most part. And even rock and roll piano, even pop piano sometimes. You got to be able to go beyond the basics. You got to go beyond the just matching everything with a nice simple chord. Sometimes you need to play complex bass melodies, and this should help. So if you have any questions, please put in the comments. I'll try to leave them open this time. And yeah, thank you for watching. This one's called, what's the name of this one? Separating Rhythmic Separation by Hand. No, that's not a good name. I don't know. I'll think of it. The separation of rhythms. The separation of rhythms on piano.